So today, let's take up another important topic, which is called images. Images. What is this? Images. So what is an image generally? Picture. Image is like a picture. Okay. So let me tell you, let me give an example first. Okay. I'll take some person. What is your name? Your name? Rahul. Okay. Assume Rahul is working with me. Okay. He's a support engineer. So now I said, hey Rahul, in our team, 10 employees are joining. 10 people are joining in our team. So please set up their laptops, I said. Please set up their laptops. So what Rahul will is, he'll go and set up, he will put all the laptops on the table because he need to install operating system, no? So he'll put all the laptops on the table, right? And one by one, he need to install the operating system. Yes or no? So one by one, he need to install operating system on all the laptops. So it will take a lot of time or not? 100% it will take a lot of time. So installing operating system is one part. And another thing also is our team need to work on few tools. So the tools also should be installed, keep it ready for the employees. Yes. So all the tools again, he need to install in each and every laptop. What he did was, he did this and he spent the entire night to work on this. So early morning I came to office and Rahul is still at office. So I asked, hey Rahul, did you complete the work? He said that, yes sir, I completed it. Then I said, hey Rahul, another 20 people are coming to the team. Another 20 people. So what is his reaction? Huh? So what the hell, right? So thing is, because he need to spend 2 nights to set up this entire thing again. Is it a long process or not? 100% it is a long process. So what he can do is, what he'll be doing is to reduce this effort. Nana, he will not be installing in each and every laptop. What he'll do is, first he'll install operating system on one laptop and he'll install all the tools in one laptop. Nana, all the tools installation will be sitting in the operating system only. Everything will be in the operating system. So he will make ready this one operating system. And what he do is, he'll take the image out of it here. What he take? Image. What does this image contain? Operating system. What does this image contain? Operating system. So it contain only operating system also, or it contains with few applications also. Yes or no? If he has some applications already installed and he take the image, that image will contain application also. Operating system plus applications, or only operating system. So he take the image, and from this image, he started installing in all laptops in one shot. Yes or no? So now what do you understand? What is an image? Image is a copy of operating system. Image is a copy of operating system. You understand? So what is an image? Image is a copy of the operating system. So let's start with this topic now. So what is an image? Copy of the OS is called the image. Copy of the OS is called the image. Nana, how many steps are there to launch an EC2 instance? 7 steps. So we have been, guys, all this theory that we are learning are all about that 7 steps only. One by one we are learning, right? So here also, this is one of the step. What is this step? Images. That meaning whenever if you want to launch an EC2 instance, if you want to launch the EC2 instance, definitely need to have an operating system or not? Is it good that you go and install operating system? No. Operating systems are predefinedly readily available from the AWS. What is that called? That is called image. And I already told you that. How many types of operating systems are there? Mainly two types. What are those? Windows, Linux. And I already told you again this. AWS EC2 provides client-side operating system or server-side operating system? Server side. So this EC2 will provide server-side operating system like Windows Server 2021, 2022, 2023, like this. On Linux, Red Hat, CentOS, Ubuntu, right? SUSE, like this, etc. So in EC2, AWS will provide so many operating systems like this, readily available, predefined images. Predefined image. If you're launching the EC2 instance, what you need to select? You need to select one of the image. If you want Linux image, select the Linux image. If you want Windows image, select the Windows image. Operating system. Do you need to install operating system? No, readily available there. So out of all this, I'm putting, because selecting the image also will come under the free tier. There are few images which will not come under the free tier. For that reason, I'm telling you, in our course, I'll be telling you in Linux, we need to use Red Hat, which is operating system that we will be using, Red Hat. Because you can ask, sir, why did you choose Red Hat? Why not Ubuntu? Guys, Red Hat is the most common operating system from Linux we'll be using in the real time. In real time, which is operating system that we use? Red Hat. So in our course, if you're using Linux machine, what is the operating system that we use? Red Hat. So that meaning we cannot use CentOS and Ubuntu? It's not like that. You can use it also, no problem. You can use it. But we all should be in the same page. No, you should not get any bills, right? We should work everything. We all should be in the same page, correct? For that reason, I'm telling you in our course, which is the operating system that we use? Red Hat. In Windows, we'll go with the latest version. Windows Server 2022 or 23 we'll go. Understood? So what is an image, Nana? Image is a copy of the operating system. So here, AWS will provide plain OS also, or AWS will provide with OS plus with applications also. Yes or no? Getting it? Getting it? Okay. So we know what is image. Nana, this image in AWS, in EC2, this image we call it as AMI. What is that? What is that? Clearly say that AMI. Don't call it as AMI. AMI meaning in Telugu it is which girl, right? And pronunciation is very important. Call it as A gap, AMI, not AMI. And also people will also say Ami, Ammi, Amy, right? So people say will all these things, but you know, the good pronunciation is AMI. So what is the full form of AMI? Amazon Machine Image. What is that? Amazon Machine Image. So what is this image called in AWS, Nana? AMI. So what is an AMI? Can we call it as template of the operating system? Template of the OS is called AMI. Nana, AMI contains only OS also, or AMI contains OS with applications also. So AMI contains OS or OS plus your applications. Okay. Okay, let me take one real-time example here. Let's take this is the EC2 instance. And EC2 has the volumes. Root to additional. This is root. And this is additional. What does the root contains? Oh yes. What does the additional contain? Data. Okay. Okay, see here. Guys, I want to take the backup of this volume. What is that called? What is it called? Snapshot. So if you want to take the backup of only this volume, take a snapshot. If you want to take the backup of only root volume, take the snapshot. For this one, we can take the snapshot. For this one also, we can separately take the snapshot. But I want to have the backup of the whole EC2 instance. I want the backup of the whole EC2 instance. The backup of the whole EC2 instance is called AMI. What is that? So what is a snapshot? Snapshot is the copy of the volume. So whereas AMI is a copy of the entire EC2 instance. But here, remember, when you take the copy, when you take the AMI, when you take the image of the whole EC2 instance, does it contain volumes also? Answer is yes. Answer is yes. Very important point. See here. When you take the image of the whole EC2 instance, the image will also contain the volumes. How many volumes are there based on the diagram? 2. So image will contain how many volumes? 2 volumes. If you have only one root volume, image will contain only one root volume. So remember, snapshot is the individual backup of the volumes, whereas image meaning the whole copy of the entire EC2. And whatever the volumes you have, that entire volumes also will come under the image. And from image, what do you create? From EC2, what do you create? Image. From image, again, what you can create? EC2. We have EC2 instance with volumes. And you take the backup of the whole EC2 instance. What is that called? Image. And what does the image contain? Operating system and these volumes. And from this image, what you can create again? EC2 instance. And if you create an EC2 instance, the same data will come here or not? Yes, it's a copy. It's a copy. It's a duplicate. It's a copy of the whole EC2 instance. Got it? Fantastic. So here I'm saying includes volumes also. Copy of the, okay, so let's say, okay, is it clear? Okay, so now see here. So now, guys, AWS has the AMI. Yes, AWS will provide the AMI. Who will provide? AWS will provide. The base images AWS will provide. Let's say I'm taking one Linux image, which is provided by AWS. Now, from this image, can I go and launch an EC2 instance from this image? Yes. From this image, I went and launched the EC2 instance. What type of operating system is this? Linux OS. This is EC2. Nana, can I log into this EC2 instance? Can I install Tomcat inside it? Yes. You can do whatever you want to do, you can do it. Now, my EC2 instance is ready with all configurations. Can I create an image out of it again? From this EC2 instance, can I create an image? Yes, we can create an image. And this image is Linux image or not? This is Linux image. Who is creating this? Who is creating this? Huh? We are creating. That meaning, can we call it as customer? Customer is creating it. When you're creating this AMI, what does this AMI contain? Does this AMI contain Tomcat also? Yes, Linux with Tomcat. And who created this AMI? Customer. And this is called custom AMI. What is called? Custom AMI. What is custom AMI? Created by customer. Created by customer is called custom AMI. So AWS is giving you default predefined AMIs. That is called base AMIs. What is that called? Base AMI. From that base AMI, can we launch an EC2 instance? And then can we log into the EC2 instance and do all kind of installation configurations, everything we do. And from that, can we create again our own image? Yes. So the image that are created by us are called custom AMI. What AMI? Custom AMI. So what is custom AMI? Created by customer. Us is called custom AMI. So can you create your own AMIs? Create it. From that from the AMIs which you have created, from that, can you launch an EC2 instance again? Yeah, why not? If you launch one EC2 instance from this image, what does the EC2 instance contain? Tomcat automatically installed there. Got this point? So can I say like this here? Copy of the image includes all configurations that we did on original instance. Agree? Yes. So you have EC2 instance. From EC2 instance, you create an image. Image is nothing but we call it as AMI. EC2 instance. From image again, what do you create, Nana? What do you create from the image again? EC2 instance. Okay, I create one AMI. From that AMI, can you launch multiple EC2 instances? Yeah. So can we say AMI is reusable? Yeah, you create one AMI and you can create multiple EC2 instances from that, no issues. So one AMI can be used multiple times to launch multiple EC2 instances. Can I say AMIs are reusable? AMIs are reusable. Nana, AMIs has any availability zones? AMI has any availability zones? Snapshot has availability zones? No. Similarly, AMI is just a backup, no? So does AMI has availability zones? Answer is no. AMI doesn't have any availability zones. Nana, can you directly use AMI? Can you directly use or log into the AMI? No. What do you need to create out of it? You cannot directly use AMI to log in. Instead, launch EC2 instance from the image and then log into the EC2 instance. By default, AMIs are public or private? By default, AMIs are private. If required, yeah, make it public. AMIs are regional or global? AMIs are regional. Very good. AMIs can be copied from one region to other region? Yes, AMIs can be copied from one region to another region in the same account. GT, AMIs can be shared from one account to another account also? Can be shared from one account to another AWS account using AWS ID. Clear? Pretty done. Okay. One more thing important. See here. Let's say, for example, can you tell me the tool that you know? Any tool? Can you tell me one tool? Any tool? Huh? Third party tool. Huh? Jira. Everyone knows Jira. No one knows Jira, right? Git. Okay, let's say. So let Git. Okay, many people know. Okay, don't worry about it. You have some third party tool. So installing Git is very easy, but I need to take one. Let's take Jira. Jira also is just like a ticketing tool. Okay. So if you take the tool, guys, installing Jira, setting up Jira, configuring Jira, securing the Jira will take a lot of time. Correct? So what this Atlassian, the company out of it, what the company will do is, what the company will do is, they will install and set up everything readily and keep one image available. From company point of view, what they do, they'll keep a image readily available. So what you can do is, instead of you going and installing everything by yourself, can you use that image directly from that company? Yes, we can use it. But are they giving for free? No, you need to pay for that. So all these kind of images will be stored in one place, and that place is called marketplace. What place? Marketplace meaning it is available publicly. Everyone, if you want anything that if you want to install, anything that you want to use an AMI, predefinedly install all the things, go and check it in marketplace. You will be having a readily images with everything installed there. But it's not free. You need to pay per hour for that. Understood? Like we have Splunk. Splunk is also a logging tool, right? Monitoring tool, where installing, setting up is take a lot of time. So simply Splunk company will be giving us a Splunk image, where the Splunk is already installed inside it. So can we go and launch this, can I go and launch an EC2 instance from that image and use the Splunk directly? Yes, it will save time, correct? It will save time, but you need to pay for that. So all these kind of images are available in one place. What is this place? Marketplace. All the public images are available in which place? Marketplace. Okay, so I'm writing it here. All public images are located at AWS Marketplace. What does the image contain? See here once. Image contain operating system. See, I want to ask one question. Images contain operating system. Where does the operating system is sitting? In EC2, where is operating is sitting? Volume, which volume? Root volume. So images contain operating system, and that can be that is root volume. Volume can be EBS volume. Yes, volumes are classified into two types. What are those? EBS and so your root volume can be EBS also. Your root volume can be instance store volumes also. But which one is recommended to use? EBS. So this is a certification question. Images are backed by either EBS volumes or instance store volumes. Now, AMIs are stored in snapshots are stored in, images are also stored in whose S3? Remember, don't search in our S3. You will not find. Okay. Now, if you customize the application on the operating system and you take the image out of it, and what is that image called? I'm asking the question. You launch one EC2 instance. You went inside and configured all the stuff. And again, you took the image. What is that image called? Custom AMI. What is that image called? Custom AMI. That means you're creating it manually, You're creating it manually. I'm writing it here. If you if you customize the application on OS and then take the image, and what is this called? Custom AMI. So it's called custom AMI. So you are creating it manually. Now I have a requirement, guys. I have a requirement to create the images automatically. I want to create the images automatically with some procedure. Yes, it is also possible to create the images automatically. And the one which the automatically created images are called golden AMI. What AMI? Images that are created manually are called custom AMI. Images that are created automatically is called golden AMI. And the question is, how do we create golden AMI? There is a feature called EC2 image builder. What is that, Nana? Creating images can be automated using EC2 image builder. And EC2 image builder is generating what AMIs? Golden AMIs. Now, this is something extra topic. I mean, actually not required, but I'm just giving you the information here. EC2 image builder. So if you want to generate golden AMIs, how do you generate? Using what feature? Louder. EC2 image builder. Which one? One more time. EC2 image builder. Using EC2 image builder, you can generate the AMIs automatically. And what are those AMIs called? Golden AMIs. Okay. Guys, one important certification question here. See here. I have one EC2 instance, and EC2 instance contain 2 volumes. I have one EC2 instance and EC2 instance 2 volumes. What are the 2 volumes? One is root 2 and another one is additional. From here, I have created an image. With this EC2 instance, I have created an image. Can I create an image from this EC2 instance? Yes, image. AMI, I create an image. Both are same. AMI, image, both are same. This AMI contains how many volumes? 2 volumes. This AMI contain 2 volumes. One important thing here. Whenever you're creating an AMI, how many volumes are there? Those many snapshots also will get created automatically. How many snapshots will be created now? 2 snapshots will be created. How many volumes are there? Those many snapshots will be automatically created. This is a certification question. So you have an EC2 instance which has only one volume, let's say root volume, and you create an image out of it. When you're creating the image, automatically one snapshot will get created. How many snapshots? One or two? One. Because how many volumes are there? Only one. If the EC2 instance has 4 volumes, how many snapshots will be created? 4 snapshots will be created. So it is an automatic process. So this is a certification question. I'll write here. Whenever you are creating an image, snapshots will also get created based on how many volumes you have in the EC2 instance. Now, if I want to take an image, do I need to stop the EC2 instance? Not required. But if there is a chance, stop it and take the image, because image is the backup of the whole machine. No, if someone is already logged in and writing some data, then you have a data inconsistency issues, right? So, but it is not possible in the real time in production environment to stop the machines all the time to take an image. So you can take the image, no problem. But if you have any chance, stop the EC2 instance and take the image. Otherwise, you can take it, no issues. So by default, do you need to stop? No need. No need to stop the EC2 instance to create image. But recommended is to stop. Is it clear till here, everyone? Online, is this clear, CC? There is question, sir, why recommended to stop? That's why I said no. If someone has already logged into the EC2 instance and writing some data in C drive or D drive, and you are taking the image at that time only, that is point in time only, no issues. But unnecessarily will get data inconsistency issues, no? Right? For that reason. Clear, Nana? Offline, everyone? Is it clear? Super. Then move on? Later. Okay. So now, very, very important topic. So the next topic here we have is called yes, you can. You can do the modifications. Yatin. That I will show you in the lab. So the next thing here is key pair. What is it, Nana? Key pair. Very important. Say this word. What is it? Aha. Key pair. What is key value pair? Zafar, it is point in time. So no issues with the data inconsistency. I'm just saying just in case. So what is key value pair? Tags. Tags are key value pair, but this one is only key pair. Both are different. Both are different. This is what? Key pair. So don't give any connections to the tags. It's completely different. Okay. So before I start this topic, let me give a real-time scenario. Let's say, for example, I have an EC2 instance. Assume this can be a Windows or this can be a Linux machine. Tell me, generally, if you want to log into any server or any machine, what are the things that you need? That meaning, what are those? What you need to know? You need to have the IP address and you need to have a username and password, correct? You need to have these three things importantly. What are those? IP address, username, password. So I'll write this here. IP address, username, and then password. So guys, in order to log into the EC2 instance also, we need to have these three things: IP address, username, and password. So IP address will be provided by AWS. IP address will be provided by AWS. We no need to mention any IP address. So when we go a little bit deeper, you'll understand. So we'll have a remember we discussed about VPC. So whatever the range that you have given to the VPC, from that range, automatically AWS will assign the IP address to the EC2 instance. So who will provide the IP address to the EC2 instance? AWS. And username. Username, Nana. So for Windows, the default username is administrator. What is that? What is that? Administrator. The username is administrator. And password. Understand? What is password? How do you get it? Through key pair. So what is key pair? Key pair is used to retrieve the password of the EC2 instance. Key pair is used to retrieve the password of the EC2 instance. So this is a certification question, Nana. So what is the default username for EC2 Windows EC2 instance? Administrator. And let's talk about Linux also. For Linux, the default username is EC2 minus user. What is that? Louder. What is the Linux username, default username? Online. EC2 minus user or EC2 hyphen user, whichever you're comfortable with. Okay. So when you're logging to the Linux machines, what is the default username that we log in? EC2 minus user. And password? Through key pair. Through key pair. So let's talk about this key pair concept now. So now I told you key pair is used to retrieve the password of the EC2 instance. Remember, do we have any default key pair created already? Answer is no. We don't have any key pair created automatically by AWS. What we need to do? We need to create a key pair. What we need to do? We need to give it. Now, how many steps are there to launch an EC2 instance? 7 steps. So in one of the step, AWS is asked, Babu, create key pair. Babu, select key pair. Select. So key pair, guys, every time do you need to create a key pair? No need. One time you create a key pair and one key pair can be used to multiple EC2 instances? Yes. So what I do here is, okay, see here, these are EC2 instances. 1, 2, 3. So I have 4 EC2 instances. I have launched 4 EC2 instances. So assume these first 2 EC2 instances are used by DevOps team, and second is 2 EC2 instances are used by the developer team. How many teams are there? 2 teams. What are those? DevOps team and then developer team. So Nana, I'm telling you first. You tell me how many key pairs I need to create for this requirement. How many? 2. How many? 2. Very good answer. How many? 2, Nana. So what is that key pairs that I can create? I'll create a key pair called DevOps. Okay. Before that, I need to let me write few things for you. So what is key pair? Key pair is used to retrieve the password of the EC2 instance. Key pair is used to retrieve the password of the EC2. By default, do we have any key pairs created? No. So at the time of creating, we need to create it. At the time of launching the EC2 instance, we need to create the key pair. Okay. So I'll write here, we don't have any key pair. We don't have any key pair by default. We have to create it. We have to create it. So we have to create it, no? We have to create a key pair. Remember, key pair is also called as PEM file. What is that? Louder. What is this called? PEM file. PEM file. So we need to create a key pair, and that key pair is called PEM. Why we call it as PEM file? Because key pair extension is .pem. Key pair extension is .pem. That's why we call it as PEM file. Many people also call it as PEM file. You create some file. Let's say, for example, 6 p.m. batch .pem is your key pair. Name can be anything. But what is the extension? .pem. So what is a key pair? Key pair, can we call it as PEM file? Yes, key pair is nothing but a PEM file. So do we have a PEM file created automatically? No. Who should we create? We should create. While launching the EC2 instance, it will ask, if you have any key pairs already, it will ask, Babu, choose one of the key pair, because you need to retrieve the password. No, you need to retrieve the password. That is why it is asking, choose the key pair. If there are no key pairs, AWS will ask, create a key pair. AWS will ask, create a key pair. So when you're launching the EC2 instance, must and should you need to attach one key pair to the EC2 instance. Yes or no? Otherwise, do you retrieve the password? Is it possible to retrieve the password? No. Must and should, every EC2 instance should have how many key pairs attached? Only one key pair. Every EC2 instance have how many key pairs attached? Only one. Now tell me, one key pair can be attached to multiple EC2 instances? Yes. But one EC2 instance can have how many key pairs attached? Only one. You're getting it? And what is the extension of the key pair? .pem. Understood? Clearing it? Very good. So put it in Google. There is no one will ask you the full form of PEM. That is just an extension. If you just go to Google, you will get some private encoding something. Just put it in Google and put it here, Vijaya. And everyone knows that. Privacy enhanced mail. Correct. That's correct. Yeah. So here I'm writing, whenever we launch EC2 instance, the console will ask you to create and attach a key pair to the EC2 instance. Oh, I thought to cover the topic, but I assume that you might know already this. Shiva Kumar is asking one question. How is key pair different from access key and secret key? What is the difference between key pair and what is the difference between key pair and access keys and secret keys? You know this, but you're not able to answer. Okay, I'll tell you. See, exactly. Yasin said correct. So, Nana, if you want to access AWS console, how do you access till now? There are two ways to access AWS. What are the two ways? One is console access. Another one is programmatical access. What is console access and then programmatic access? How do we log into the console access? Using username and password. And how do we log in programmatically? Using keys. How do we access using keys? Access keys and secret keys is to access AWS. With access keys and secret keys, can you log into the EC2 instance? In order to log into the EC2 instance, you need to use username and password. What is the default username for Windows? Administrator. And how do you get the password? Using this key pair. So key pair used to retrieve the password of the EC2 instance. Access and secret keys used to access the AWS services. It is just like to enter into the home is the keys. Okay. Shiva Kumar, I hope that is clear. Nana, can you create multiple key pairs? Yes, you can create multiple key pairs. One key pair can be attached to multiple EC2 instances. Agree? At the same time. And EC2 instance can have how many key pairs? EC2 instance can have only one key pair attached at any point. Okay, now see here. How many EC2 instances are there? 4 EC2 instances. How many are there, Nana? 4. And first 2 is used by whom? DevOps. And second is used by developers. Now you tell me in this situation, in this scenario, how many key pairs is better to create? 2. Why not 1? Different teams, no? Very good. It's a different teams. That's the reason why you create multiple key pairs. Because, okay, let's say I'll create a key pair called here. Can I create a key pair called devops.pem file? Yes. Here, can I create developer.pem file? See, Anana. Can I attach this devops.pem file to this EC2 instance while launching? And for this also, can I attach? Yes. And developer, I'll attach to this and this. And you tell me. If DevOps guy wants to log into this EC2 instance, let's say that is Windows, for example. What is the default username? Administrator. And how do you retrieve the password? Guys, with the key. So console will ask. So that let's say, for example, you want to retrieve the password of this EC2 instance. What you need to do is select the EC2 instance, go to action button. There you have an option called get password, get Windows password. Get Windows. If you click on it, AWS will ask, Babu, give me the PEM file. Give me the PEM file. Remember, we need to create a PEM file, no? Once you create, that PEM file will be downloaded. You need to keep it saved in your laptop. PEM file, what you need to? You need to download it. Once you create, it will be automatically downloaded. Remember, that PEM file is a private key. What key? AWS has a public key. AWS has a public key. So key pair meaning the combination of a public key and then private key. So you are creating the key pair from AWS only, no? So once you click on create key pair will be created and the PEM file is downloaded. You keep it safe. Whenever AWS is asking, whenever if you want to retrieve the password of the EC2 instance, you need to click on get Windows password. And then AWS asks, Babu, give me the PEM file that you have downloaded. You have attached, while launching the EC2 instance, you have attached the PEM file to the EC2 instance. That PEM file, you need to give it to AWS. Once you browse and select the PEM file, and AWS will decrypt it and give the password to you. Understand? So can we say key pair is a combination of public key and then private key? Which is our private key? PEM file. Which is our private key? PEM file. PEM file is a private key or not? Yes. Who has the public key? AWS. So if that matches, then only password can be retrieved. Otherwise, no. Now you tell me here, I want to retrieve the password of the DevOps EC2 instance. Can I give developer PEM file here? If I give developer PEM file to this EC2 instance, can I retrieve the password? No, AWS will say, Babu, please attach the correct, give me the correct PEM file because EC2 instance is launched with the DevOps PEM file. For that reason, if you want to retrieve the password, you need to give only DevOps PEM. And also, every EC2 instance will have the same password or different password. Same or different? If you are saying same, you have your laptops, no? All your laptops will have same password or different password. Then here EC2s are different. How come it will be same password? So passwords are unique. Passwords are unique. Each you are not concentrating. Simply Prithvi. Simple as that. Right? Okay, let me ask others. Guys, is this clear till here, everyone? Online. Prithvi, you need to concentrate. Please throw out your phone. Right? Don't concentrate on phones and all. Okay? So just concentrate. If you concentrate, I'm going very dead slow. Just only concentration missing. Okay, come back. So guys, here, I was telling something, right? What I was talking about? Passwords. So every EC2 instance will have the same password or different password? Different password. So the first EC2 instance, if you retrieve the password, it will be like this. Yoga style password. That meaning random password. Second EC2 instance password will be like this. So every EC2 instance password is same or different? Different. Again, one more question. Think and answer. Think and answer. I'm telling you. Think and answer. Let's say EC2 1, first EC2 instance. EC2 1. Let's say EC2 1. Now I retrieve the password of the first EC2 instance. I got that random junk password. Second time also, next day I'm retrieving the password of the first EC2 instance only. Will I get the same password or different password? I'm asking you to think and answer. Same or different? Same. If I say same, you'll say different. Different? Same. Some people are neutral. Nen matlada. Right? I don't talk. నా చావు నేను చేస్తాను నీకెందుకు. Okay, so I'm just joking. I'll give an example. You have your laptop. Let's say you two papas. So you have your own laptops. Your password is different. Your password is different. Correct? Okay. Two EC2 instances. Two different password. And first girl, what she's doing is today she is logging to the laptop. She's using her password. Let's say password is 12345, for example. Second day also, you are logging into the same laptop. Password is same or different? Then you say different. Huh? Same, right? So every time you retrieve the password of the same EC2 instance, the password is the same. But if you retrieve the password for the different EC2 instances, the password is different. Make sense? Very good. So for every EC2 instance, password is unique. So for every EC2 instance, the password is unique or different. Nana, when you're launching the EC2 instance, mandatory you need to attach the PEM file, no? It is recommended. I'm not saying mandatory, it is recommended. If you pusuk launch the EC2 instance without PEM file, can you retrieve the password? It is just lying over there. That's it. It is just live without heart. That's it. No one can log in. Is there any use of it? No. When you're launching the EC2 instance, must and should you need to attach the PEM file. Why you are attaching the PEM file? To retrieve the password. Correct? So now, once the PEM file is attached to the EC2 instance and you launched, later can you change it? No. Once you launch the EC2 instance with one PEM file, the PEM file, you cannot change the PEM file to the EC2 instance. This is, you need to remember. Once, I'll write it here for you. Here, once the PEM file is attached, you cannot change the PEM file to the EC2 instance. I'm giving one scenario now for you. City. I have 100 EC2 instances. How many? 100 DevOps employees are there. How many keepers will you create? All are DevOps only. One. Oh, we create one. Okay. How many EC2 instances are there? 100. How many keepers are there? One. If you pusuku lost the PEM file, if you lost the PEM file, can you retrieve the password of the 100 EC2 instances? Huh? Illa. No. Right? So you cannot retrieve the password. And you can say, sir, can I, just now I said, once the PEM file is attached, can you detach it? And now you have attached DevOps.pem file and you lost the PEM file. You don't have the PEM file. Can you download it from AWS again? No. No. PEM files are downloaded only one time. Once that is lost, can you log into the EC2 instance? Until if you know that random junk yoga style password, you can log in. Otherwise, you cannot retrieve. So once the PEM file is lost, it is lost. So that meaning you need to keep it secure or not. You need to bloody keep it very, very, very secure. So download the PEM file and keep it in the secure place. Don't mess it up. Understood? Okay. So I'll write here, keep. I understand this is not fulfilled in your heart, right? So because one PEM file is lost, that meaning is lost. Correct, no? So once PEM file is lost, you cannot log into 100 EC2 instances. Done, it's gone. You need to keep it safe. That's it I'm saying, okay? Keep the PEM file in safe and secure it. Every time you retrieve the password using PEM file, you will get the same password. Yes, you can from the EC2 instance. That's what then is asking, sir, can we put it in S3? Download the PEM file and put it in S3. Keep it safe, but make sure it is safe. If you lose the PEM file, if you someone, let's say 100 EC2 instances are there, one DevOps PEM file is there, and that DevOps someone downloaded, can they log into the EC2 instance? Where is the security? They can log in, right? That is a key. That's a password, right? So you need to keep it very safe. That's what I said. So Nana, can I say key pair is a combination of public key and private key? Key pair is equal to combination of public key plus private key. I'm coming to that point, Yasin. Now, who has the public key? AWS has public key. Who has private key? Customer has private key. What is private key here? PEM file is a private key. Okay. What is the default username for Windows? So if you want to log into Windows EC2 instance, what is the username that you use? Administrator. And password you will get it from PEM file. That meaning key pair. And what is the protocol that we use to connect to the Windows machines? Huh? Which one? RDS is AWS service. RDP. Starting in basics, we have learned. Repeat redundancy. To connect to the Windows EC2 Windows machines, what is the protocol that you use? RDP. Say one more time. What is the port number for RDP? 3389. Which one? If you want to log into the Linux machines, what is the protocol that you use? SSH. Which one? SSH. What is the port number? 22. What is the port number? 22. If you want to connect to the websites, what is the protocol that you use? HTTP. Which one is secure? HTTP or HTTPS? These four things is important. HTTP, HTTPS, SSH, RDP. Now tell me, which is the protocol used to connect to the Linux machines? Port number? Which is the protocol used to connect to the Windows machines? RDP. Port number? How do I connect which protocol used to connect to the website securely? What is the port number? 443. Which one? 443. 143. 443. Okay. And what is the what is the port number for HTTP? 80. So now for this, we use RDP port number 3389. For Linux machines, for Linux EC2 instances, what is the default username? EC2 minus user. What's the protocol? What's the protocol to connect to the Linux machines? SSH on port number 22. No. For Windows, we use remote desktop protocol client. So which is the tool that we use to connect to the Windows machine? Remote desktop. See here, every laptop has this pre-built. Go here, search for remote. Do you see here? Remote desktop connection. Click on it. So this is the tool that we use to connect to the Windows machines. What is this tool? Remote desktop connection. So, but for Linux, remember, for Linux, we need to download one small tool, which we call it as Putty. Which one? Not Putty. Putty. Which one? Putty. So guys, you can use different types of tools. There are so many tools are available. Putty is there, Moba Extreme is there, Gitbash is there. There's so terminals are there. Directly you can use so many tools, but we all should be in the same page, no? We should all use one tool, no? That is the reason why I choose Putty, which is a commonly used tool in the real time. So let's go with the Putty. So which is the tool that we need to install? Putty. But the problem with Putty is Putty doesn't support PEM file. Putty doesn't know what is PEM file. Putty know only PPK file. What file? Sir, we know PEM file. What is PPK file? So Putty knows only PPK file. What we need to do is we need to convert this PEM file to PPK file. For this, we use a small tool called Putty Gen. What is that? Putty Gen or Putty generator. So using Putty generator only one time. This is one-time job. So you need to convert from PEM file to PPK. So in order to connect to Linux machines, use PPK. If you want to connect to Windows machines, use PEM files. Is it clear? Okay. So tell me, I'm giving one scenario. Analyze the scenario. Guys, whatever I talk is real time only. Okay. See. No, we need to convert only one time, Vijaya. Okay. See, 100 DevOps EC2 instances. Okay. Let's say 50 DevOps machines are there, 50 developer machines are there, EC2 instances are there. And you are the admin, AWS engineer. Who has the PEM file? Users are you are. Who will have the PEM file? AWS engineer will have the PEM file or the users will have the PEM file. So AWS engineer has the PEM file, assume, because you are the owner of the account. So AWS engineer have the PEM file. So let's say DevOps people wants to log into their different EC2 instances. How do they retrieve the password? Who has the PEM file? You have the PEM file. Are you sharing the PEM file to the users? No, because PEM file is like master key for the machine. That meaning you have full access. Will you share the PEM file to the users? No. But how, if the users want to log into the EC2 instance, the username they have, password, how do they get using PEM file only? But who has the PEM file? You have the PEM file. So they will call you all the time, Babu, password. Babu, password. How many people are there? 100 people are there. Password. Every time. Your job is to retrieve the password. Your job is to retrieve the password every time. The problem here is you are all here, 50 people, 60 people are there, for example. You're all DevOps people. I'm the only AWS engineer. And you have your own individual EC2 instances. Who has the PEM file? I have the PEM file. So this guy came, Rahul came. He said, sir, I want to log into EC2. Can you give me the password? Oh, no problem. Let me hold on 1 second. Give me that. I went to the console, get the retrieve password, take password. Then the Papa came and she came and said, okay, sir, I need the password. Okay, hold on, ma, password. And that Papa came, that Babu came, this guy came, that guy came, this guy came. So everyone started on me, hitting on me, sir, password, 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 password. Okay, I'm taking time and giving the password. Pusuki, if I lost the password, the PEM file, do you work? So if I have the PEM file with me, I cannot share the password every time for all of you. I get frustrated. If I share PEM file to you, everyone have the PEM file with you. That meaning you have the super access to the EC2 instance. Is that good as an admin? Do I give full access to the EC2 instance? Suddenly, if you go and do calify something, if you do some bad thing in the EC2 instance, EC2 instance will be lost. No. So I cannot share the EC2 PEM file to you, and you cannot ask password to me all the time. How do we resolve this issue? We'll talk that tomorrow. చెప్పానా నీకు చెప్పానా నేను చూసానా okay good so actually that topic should be covered now today itself. As we went slow, that's why I couldn't cover that topic. Otherwise every time this will come as a package, so I could have covered, but as we don't have much time, let's take that topic. This small topic only, let's talk about that tomorrow. Okay, Nana? Okay. So it's like create users with required rights and give. Will you create the user center? You are coming to that point, but let's talk on that tomorrow. Huh? Take the screenshots. Done. Okay, second. Good. Okay. Okay. Sir, your notes are good compared to document which is there in Google Class. I told you, no, already. But you guys are asking sir notes, sir material. But I know, right? Because my pen speak a lot. So you need to go with multiple slides. But here in one shot, you will have all the things. For that reason, I said. Okay, good. So can you give the final CC for today, please? CC with smile. Great. So that is all, guys, for today. And I'll see you tomorrow with the next beautiful topic. Until then, take care. Bye-bye. Have a nice day. Good night.